When my friend told me that their dog stares at them while they poop, I thought he was losing his mind. I had never heard of that before. Dogs do some seriously crazy things, but there's almost always a reason behind it. The real question is, are these dog behaviors normal, or are they low-key signs of something deeper? Here are 5 dog behaviors that every dog owner should know about. First, let's address the poop staring. Ever feel like your dog is watching your every move while they do their business? Turns out they're not judging you, they're protecting themselves. A 2014 study in Frontiers in Zoology found that dogs are more vulnerable during bathroom breaks and instinctively look to their owners for safety. Think of it as their way of saying, "Watch my back while I handle this." So, if you feel awkward locking eyes with your dog during their me time, just remember it's a trust thing. Next up, the classic zoomies. You know, when your dog sprints around the house like they're auditioning for a NASCAR team. This is actually called FRAPs, frenetic random activity periods. And it's completely normal. Dogs do this to release pent up energy, especially after a bath or long nap. But here's the controversial part. If your dog gets zoomies all the time, it might be a sign they're not getting enough mental stimulation or exercise. A study published in Animal Cognition found that dogs need both physical and mental challenges to stay balanced. So, if zoomies are their daily routine, maybe it's time to switch up your play sessions. Speaking of odd behaviors, let's talk about dogs digging on the couch or in their beds. It's not because they're trying to ruin your furniture, though it might feel like it. Dogs do this because it's a leftover instinct from their wild ancestors, who would dig to create a safe, comfortable space to rest. According to research from the University of Edinburgh, this behavior is especially common in breeds like terriers and dachshunds. But here's where it gets tricky. Excessive digging can also mean your dog is anxious. If they're digging nonstop, it's worth looking into what might be stressing them out. Now, here's one that really freaks people out. Dogs eating grass. Is your dog secretly a cow? No, but the reasons behind this behavior are hotly debated. Some experts think it's a sign of an upset stomach, while others argue it's just a habit left over from scavenging instincts. A 2008 study from the University of California, Davis, found that less than 10% of dogs who eat grass are actually sick. So, if your dog is grazing like they're on a farm, it's probably harmless, but it might be worth adding more fiber to their diet just in case. Finally, let's get into the head tilt. When your dog tilts their head like they're trying to understand every word you're saying, it's not just adorable, it's practical. Dogs tilt their heads to better locate sounds and understand what you're communicating. A study from the University of Veterinary Medicine, Vienna, found that dogs with longer snouts are more likely to tilt their heads to improve their field of vision. But here's the twist. Excessive head tilting can sometimes indicate an ear infection or neurological issue. So if they're tilting more than usual, a trip to the vet might be in order. Now, let's hear from you. What's the weirdest thing your dog does? Is it something you figured out, or does it still leave you scratching your head? Drop your stories in the comments. I'm dying to know what strange quirks your pups have. And before you go, remember this. Strange dog behaviors are often completely normal, but they can also be your dog's way of telling you something. Want to learn more about how to tell the difference between harmless quirks and red flags? Stick around for the next video, where we'll break down the top signs that your dog might need a vet visit and how to spot them before it's too late.